Yo, it's a Monday night, Monday morning, soon. I decided to just fucking go. We're gonna go bother them and get my birth certificate. But I tried to drive. I made it about 30 seconds on the highway. Come on, man. And I couldn't do it. So we're gonna wait the storm out, man. You heard? I tried to go get my birth certificate, and then look what happened. Let me, so you can see how bad it is. You can't see on the highway at all. I had to do a turn. I had to turn around on the highway and come back because you can't see. You can't even see the reflectors. Nobody's on the highway right now. So if the plow goes, I'll follow him. But I've got 40. So I looked on. I asked Grok. I said, with my 2011 Rav4, can I make it down to my birthplace? And they said, yeah. So we're gonna wait for an hour. Because remember, chat, if I don't get buff and I don't play my guitar and I don't make the songs I want to make, if I don't become successful, I'll never find love and I'll die alone. So, can anyone tell me if I'm muted actually? Was I muted? Was I muted, man? Was I muted? I tried to go get my birth certificate. Look at this. I couldn't see shit. So we have to wait an hour till the storm dies. So you chilling in the car for a minute? Yeah. I'm chilling with a beer. That's cool. Don't let the mind flayer get you. I got a rock star. How have you been, Jason? What's good in your hood, brother? Where's my Blue Ras ice? Shit. I don't even know. I gotta wait till this storm dies, man. I couldn't see shit on the highway. I couldn't even see the reflectors, so I was like, I gotta turn around, man. So I turned around. I made it 30 seconds on the highway before the storm was... It's impossible to see. So I'm trying to build back up. Man, Jack Frost's car broke down. Jack Frost is like one of the regulars, and he lives in his van, and his van transmission broke. So him and his dog, he said, is kind of fucked. I was like, shit, man, can you at least tow it to your work? I know you work. Yeah, no, safe roads, man. Yeah, I tried though. The roads would definitely be safe if I took the long way, but that adds 20 miles to the nearest gas station. I'm on top of a mountain. I'm about 2,000 feet above sea level, and there's an interstate that goes through the mountain, through this ridge. And then 20 miles I was gonna get gas, and then who the fuck texted me? Someone texted me, man. While I was doing the last live stream, someone texted my phone and said, "It's nice to see you winding down, man." And I thought it was my coworker at the music hall, but no, it was not his number. What are your thoughts on Gabe Horn? It's not my area of expertise, brother. You high as fuck. Sometimes I wish I would be. Do you support ICE? Not on these roads, man. I'm gonna slip. Do I support ICE? I don't give a fuck about anything the government has to offer until we get rid of these black rock ball worshipping Saturnists. Until then, anything they try to do is obviously wrong. I don't give a fuck about police. I don't give a fuck about college. I don't give a fuck about ICE. I don't give a fuck about employment. All that shit is satanic rituals. So, r/Saturn Storm Cube, we got someone. Unless it is not involving those people, fuck it. They're bad. ICE are bad. Maybe ICE started off as good, but now it's a bunch of roid rage psychos. Who should the Raiders take with the first overall pick in 2026 NFL draft? I'm thinking the Bears. I think the Bears are going to win this time. Everything is satanic. Everything is Saturnian because there was a government from 2,000 years ago that built religion to divide and conquer. But really they worship the storm atop Saturn, the all-seeing eye at the top of the pyramid. That's why they do this. Whoa, what's this? It's Saturn, BlackRock, Vanguard. BlackRock, Vanguard. Ring around Saturn, man. It's an ancient religion that sees you all as cattle. So, what's up, my dude? Long time no see. Hey, man. For my conspiracy theory research, this sounds accurate. Yes, they invented religion to divide and conquer, and now they have an inbred yokel race of lemmings that they just farm for manifestation rituals and keep them fighting each other long enough to keep harvesting them resources, long enough for them to build robots, or what they used to call golems back in the day. Imagine a world with Law and Order clowns. You mean like they honk in their nose and they, are you illegal? Show me your passport. Throw a pie in their face. I have a genuine question. Do you make money doing this? Well, I have a Cash App in my bio. And I have a Venmo and GoFundMe. Right now I'm trying to get enough to get down to get my birth certificate, because my birth certificate was in my car, my last car. My car was stolen when people found out that I was trying to scrap it. They stole it and took it for themselves and sold it. So I've been struggling to get 2 forms of ID for a long time, and finally, now that I have this car, I've decided if it's about 5 hours away. If I just go down there and wait, instead of waiting for 6 months now for them to send me my birth certificate so I can get a job, I'll just go the fuck down there and wait outside their office. And every day I'll go in and be like, hello, I'd like a birth certificate, please. I talked to you on the phone 4 or 5 times now. I know it might be something's happening in the mail, so I just figured it'd be easier to go down there and get my second form of ID so I could get a job. How's the music hall working out? It was weird. They hid the shovel on me. Didn't take it back out. So then there was a 2-inch sheet of ice with a bunch of snow on top of it, covering the entire thing. It was negative degrees pretty often, so I would have to like chip at it, and I only had like a 2-inch flathead with a broomstick handle, you know, like a shovel. So you could only, just chipping it in the middle didn't work. No matter how much you tried, it didn't work. So we had to go 6 inches, not even 6. I'm trying to say half an inch at a time maximum, and you had to chip at that shit. So that didn't work, and I was like, I'm just wasting a lot of their money here trying to do this. They don't have a show for another week, maybe 4 days. Well, let's see. It's the 11th, right? So in 6 days. So yesterday would be a week until they have the next show. My dick is 9 inches and doesn't fit in a toilet paper roll, but that doesn't matter because I smell, and I don't really want to talk to girls right now. I think about them all the time, though. So, I mean, not giving the right equipment. There was, like, when I first got there, Andy had a pickaxe, and they were using the pickaxe, and then the pickaxe went back with Andy, and he didn't bring it back. So, I asked him for a shovel, and they got me a one-hand half shovel, and I tried, and that wasn't really working. So, eventually I bought my own shovel. Because when it's really frozen over, in order to get in there, you need the angle and the point like that to get in. You can't just do it with that flathead pick. But coincidentally, it rained and it was above freezing for a couple days, so I was able to get most of it done. and then today was going to be the day I was going to get all of it done. The other day I went and someone had taken the screws off of the two-handed shovel that they bought me. So the shovel that they hid, when they brought the shovel back out, I used it for a day, and then the screws were missing from it. Both screws, you know? So I was like, okay, I just let her know. I was like, if you just, I know where the drill and the screws are. You know. It was weird. It was like when I got there, they said, feel free to come in and play guitar as long as you want. Come warm up. And then once I showed up and I brought a pizza and I hung out to listen to the music because there was a show. And they just got like really, like they told me that I could go there anytime and play guitar. The one time I went and played guitar, that wasn't when there was a show going. I saw them like they kept looking over at me. And I was like, I don't know what's going on here. And then God was like, go in there and listen to what he's going to say, because he has no self-awareness right now. He's completely possessed. So I just walked in, and as I walked in, even though he like could clearly hear me, he said, I think we need to start setting some expectations for Casey. So I was like, hey, and then I told him all the things that I had just done and let them know like what else is, you know, I just finished up everything. What is there anything else you need me to do? And I don't know, it was just like behind the scenes there was just so much drama, and so I don't really know all the mental social gymnastics they were doing, but it was basically like they saw me as less than. So I just stopped going in. They made it a huge deal for me going in there. So eventually I don't go in there anymore. It was like the closer I got to being happy and inspired about my dreams, the more they vehemently tried to extend their will into my life to sort of fuck it all up. It was just really cartoonish and weird, and it was exactly what happened to with the other guy, the carpenter. So they wouldn't let me back in to just put the screws back in the shovel. And I was like, okay. And then next day I show up and there's more, and the screws are back on the shovel. Bolts are now on the shovel, which was cool. So I did it, and I left enough. I would go 2.5 hours at a time. Like, my muscles are sore, man. I would go 2.5 hours, and then I'd say, okay, I'm done for the day. Because I have a week to do it. So I did the handicap ramp, I did the stairs. Today I was going to finish the stairs, do the back row, that side door, and then I was going to start working on the parking lot. But when I got there, they were the other guy was doing it. And I was like, that guy makes a lot of money. He makes a lot of money at his other job. My only thing I could think of was that he must have needed the money for something. Or maybe he had a fight with his wife or something. I'd hope it's not some type of competition. That he was like, I'm going to use this tool just to do it. And I'm going to get it done better than he ever could. I was like, I hope that's not what's going on. But either way, I started off. I did the front section, and then I left a bit just so that they could get in and out. And I was like, if he wants to do more, sure. But whatever he doesn't do, I'll just come back later. And then when I got back, it looked like he had done everything. So I was like, man, that just robbed me of $80 at least. But sure, Ryan. So I was like, okay, that's all right, okay. So I don't know. So I just asked him to I asked him to cash me out the hours I worked, because I did 2 hours and 20 minutes. Then I did another 2.5 hours, and then today I did 30 minutes, and there was something else I did. I have 7 hours logged. I just don't know exactly which ones, but it was just me periodically going in for like an hour. Are you a girl? No. My dick is 9 inches and doesn't fit in a toilet paper roll. But I'm traumatized, man. Eventually you give up on the pain when it gets too bad. You just give up. No one wants to pay anyone for 30 minutes of work. Well, I just told you I did 7 hours, so. Are you circumcised? Yeah. But I would do it in 2.5 hour intervals, and then today I did about 30 minutes because he was doing it. So I just took the shovel and chipped away at a walkway space so that they could get in. And I was like, if he wants to do the rest, sure. If he doesn't, at least they can get in. Are you gay? No. Smoke a blunt and go to sleep, Bubba. You look tired. I've got to drive about 6 hours. They say I should have enough gas money. Grok says I should have enough gas because Rad Chad, one of my subs, sent me $10 on Venmo. So I have a $30 card here from I did a public speaking event, and then I got paid for that to talk about my solutions to homelessness and my perspective after being homeless since I was 13. So with that 30 I got for that, plus 10 that Rad Chad gave, plus I think I have like $20 on Cash App. I should be able to get there and get my birth certificate. Yeah, manual labor. Pinkford says it's the thing they worship alive, and it does it. I would watch Tucker Carlson. AI is AI the Antichrist or something? Silicon Valley cabal. You know what I'm saying? Tucker Carlson went and talked to a representative of Silicon Valley who informed him of all the occult ancient practices they're still doing to this day. And yes, they believe it's a conscious entity on the other side. Sort of like the Mind Flayer from Stranger Things, coincidentally. You got vape money but no money for gas. Well, I have a hookup. I have a friend of mine that works with vapes. So she gave me like 4 full vapes when I went to do that public speaking event. Well, there's 40 people here, man, so obviously some people care. Better get a friend at the gas station. I've got like 20 miles per gallon on this. It's like a 4-hour, 5-hour drive. Do you like working with your hands while manual labor? Oh, as long as I don't have a boss. I love all work, as long as I don't have a boss. It's something I got from my dad, man. My dad and I are very high-functioning, very intelligent, hard-working, competent people. But for some reason, we can't have a boss. We just fucking can't do it. So my dad was a carpenter and electrician, and then he became a ski instructor, where he's out there by himself, hanging out with the kids that he teaches, or he taught. And I was top dasher in 2 different cities. Like the top dasher, getting catering orders. Love your content, Jack Sparrow. Hey! Jimmy Tough Knuckles. Come on, man! Do you think you might have a spell made on you? Yeah. Every single time that I had a breakthrough and I was making a song that I would deem perfect, I was immediately violently attacked for several years. Enough so that I was able to show you guys on camera how the devil operates. There's a live stream, I think I called it Casey Gets Violently Attacked After Connecting to God or something. It was a couple months ago, where you see me just sitting there and you see me smile authentically for the first time because I fought through and broke through and got the connection, and you can hear the birds start flocking to me and singing to me, and then immediately some guy, bam! Even though I have permission to be on that property by his manager, that guy went out of his way on a Sunday to just show up and try to get me with fear, and then I talked to him through his psychosis, and he still wouldn't back down, even though I could obviously, right now, tomorrow morning, go up to his boss, and she was like, yeah, I told you could be there. You know what I'm saying? I don't do this for you guys. I don't care. I've realized today, I was trying to figure out like what's up with the comments. I've realized there's just an epidemic of losers. Like you guys are fucking losers, dude. Can you imagine me calling you a loser? You think I'm a homeless bum And we think you're losers. You know what I'm saying? Holy shit. Cozy. You're handsome. Sounds like you're going through stuff. I walked out for you. Yeah, you should have seen me in 2020, man. It ain't that bad. I miss my mom. I miss my dad. I miss my house. And what we had, it ain't that bad. 'Cause I still have it all in here. And I can go back anytime that I feel sad. I miss your smile. The way you laugh, I miss your eyes, and what we had, it ain't that bad. 'Cause you moved on, but in my heart you're laying with me. But you're all gone, I'm still around, wandering anywhere but my hometown. I'm scared to see what they built on what burns down. You're all here, in my memories, I keep like an old 8-track of classic CDs. I play as I lay back and fall to pieces, terrified of what I can't see. I'm on a hill next to a tree, staring out at the bittersweet, the ghosts of you and what I couldn't do, symphony. Yeah, I wrote it. Well, the cops and the cunts and the creeps and the crows all want the same thing, to rip and tear at your soul. So before the morning comes, something else can come and try and grab a hold and take control, and now they own you. Oh, when I was just a boy, they all told me I was blessed, and something about me means I'm meant for success. Now they all talk shit behind my back, put a target, told the town I'm hooked on crack, and then I'm messed up in the head and I need meds because I don't want to work a stupid fucking job and pretend I have a boss. Well, I grew up poor in a ski resort town where we all made money by eliminating frowns, and I think it's kind of funny how these whites are so proud, but when the rich men come around, they all keep their head down and submit just like a dog. Well, when I can't get to sleep, I think of old folks' homes where those spiteful little bullies cry until they die alone, 'cause the world they built by beating others only did 'em wrong, 'cause no one taught 'em how to love. And I hope that they see me on my Indian scow and I take their little girls on a ride around town. And they have to bitch to God 'cause the nurse don't care to hear 'em cry about it, 'cause she's on TikTok showing off her butt. And when they're on their deathbed, I hope that they see my face when whatever tortures me shows them all the love I gave, trying to help them sing and clap along to my broken-hearted songs. Hey, 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 hey. And before they meet their grave and the good Lord takes them away, I hope the final breath they take is followed by a list of names, and somewhere along the way I get an I'm sorry or an island from their estate. And the cops and the cunts and the creeps and the crows will have another friend to follow everywhere I go. And I'm so grateful for 'em, 'cause without 'em I wouldn't have ever known the value that I hold. Well, I hear voices in my head. It gets worse when I get out of bed. And I don't trust that I'll find a love who understands. So leave me be and let me smoke my cigarettes, 'cause deep inside I'd rather be dead. 'Cause the cops gave me trauma and the crows ate the rest, and I don't know how to be human again. So don't talk to me 'cause I'm tired of pretending all good things should end. Well, all these voices in my head get so beautiful you couldn't comprehend, and they tell me one day you'll see me somewhere way out there with the best, and you'll all come back and want to be my friend. But for now I'm a monster that haunts at 3 a.m. Well, it's been hard to catch my breath, running from the knowing I won't see you again. But something tells me sometime I'll be. I'm grateful for the simple little moments we spend, and maybe it's better that you're a voice in my head. Should I do another one? Can you call me back? My simulation's crashing, can't remember how to act. I rode the wave till it crashed. I was swimming, now I'm slipping through the cracks. I was conquering the world. Now I'm barely beating back panic attacks. Trying to make something that lasts. So can you call me back? You've been on my mind for a minute. You're the piece that I've been missing. You're the secret I kept hidden. You're the reason I get up and go the distance. Let's drive like there's no limit on the gas. I'll let my credit cards max. And when the sky comes falling down, can we sit on a mountain smoking Marlboro Black, singing hey 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 I don't want to call you back. Everyone I love is dead and buried in a casket. Nothing good ever lasts. And I can't use my mind fighting, trying to find a way back to when it was just me when your music, howling at the moon, smoking Marlboro Blacks. I need to quit vape, man. I can barely breathe. What up, Elric? We're waiting for this storm to die. It looks like it has. So, well, it's still kind of going. I'm going to drive 5 hours to go get my birth certificate. And they're probably not going to give it to me, but I'm going to go down there. Because I'm tired of the Matrix, man. And I don't want to get a job with it, but I might want to get a passport. And if I do so choose to get a job, at least it won't be impossible. You know what I'm saying? At least I'll have it with me. So should that time arise that I decide, because the plan was, I want to get a bunch of money for gas, I want to get a bunch of money for a computer, and I want to get a bunch of money to make the car in ship shape, and then I want a bunch in to save. So I think I want to work like 3 jobs for the next month or so, if that's what I want. If I happen to run into a bunch of artists and I get to a place where I can just sit and make music, probably won't get a job. Probably do that instead. Or if I can go out, if I find a piece of land and the church gets back to me about they found a place, I'll do that. Am I Native American? Yeah. And I'm Irish and African. And my mom said Romanian. Native, Irish, African, and Romanian. I kind of look like Andrea Botes, people say. She's Romanian. Are you in Alaska? Not yet. But yeah, I'm trying to get... I also have to pay the car off. I still owe him $1,000. Plus a title, registration, and insurance. But I have an agreement right now that I can have the car, which is fine. The police say. Yeah, when I'm out in the woods, it's like I can piece things together and have like emotions and shit. When I'm in that parking lot, every time I feel like I'm close to being alive, the robot people show up and fucking rev their engine next to the car and fucking get out and spit or kick at the car, key it. And the only difference between the days that they don't and the days that they do is I just feel closer to making a better song. You know what I'm saying? I can actually sing. Irish are usually good looking, go figure. That's right. The true Israelites. Not the pretenders like the Jews, but you're only 400 years old. The real ancient Egyptians are the central North American tribes. You can find their culture on the hieroglyphs in Egypt, with the feathers on their head and on their arms, and the tight dresses and the eyes of Horus. And the true Israelites are the Irish. and something from Africa. So we got it, man. You are handsome with an incredible talent. Thank you. What else do I have? In my head, you're in my bed, waiting for the day I wake up scared. You'll tell me it's okay, I'll take you anywhere. I know you hate me, we made mistakes, but if we can just escape somewhere away from all the pain, maybe the memories we make will fill up all the holes we made. But you're gone and that's okay, I'll fold your blanket up and leave it in my safe place. I know they hate me, they think I'm crazy, but they don't understand just what it takes to be out here every single day, isolated and afraid. The angels keep me sane when I'm alone and I'm in danger. Don't worry about me, girl, it's okay. I'm outside, singing in the rain without a safe place. I'm trying, man. I'm a better producer. What else do I have, man? Nah, I'm good. We're just waiting for the snow to be like officially gone, which it looks like it is. It's died down pretty much. So let's see if I can get rid of this fog, and then I'm gonna mosey on out of here. Third, what else do I have? I'm going to Johnson. I would break out the guitar, man, but I won't do it yet. I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Later. I have a Cash App and go.